At 4:30, the unofficial start of summer is in full swing. Families are already on the move for the holiday weekend. For those of us who are planning to get out, you want to make sure you are safe, not just for Memorial Day weekend, but the entire summer. Joining us live is Dr. Jonathan Gates, Chief of Surgery at Hartford Hospital. Thank you so much for joining us. It's nice to have you. Let's talk about safety. What would you say is kind of the biggest thing that you at the hospital are worried about this weekend?
Well, thank you for having me. It's a great opportunity really for people to get out after this pandemic. Now that we're on the tail end of it, people really do need to get out and interact. We are social and crave social interactions, and it makes us better people to learn from each other and to and have a good time. And we do want people to do that. We want them to do it safely. And I think that it's very important that we underscore that there are injuries. There's usually an uptick of injuries during the spring and summer months. And we want people to think twice, to be safe whenever they're undertaking any interactions like driving or driving motorcycles, and they're doing water sports and swimming and diving and things like that. And one of our major concerns is impaired driving or impaired during these times in which you're interacting with others. And we hope they do it, responsibly. I hope people watch out for each other and avoid these kinds of injuries that we really fear that we see during these springtime and summer months.
You bring up a really good point, because some people say that the Roaring '20s back of the 1920s was a reaction after the pandemic back then, the Spanish flu, and people were sort of wild and all that debauchery. What would you say would be something to help people keep themselves on track? Because people do feel sort of let free right now. And, if you're spending the day at a barbecue, let's say, for example, that goes into the evening, I guess people might not be as aware of how much alcohol they're drinking over a course of time. Are there things that you suggest?
Well, you bring up an excellent point. And what we would ask is that people give it a second thought before they get into that car, before they get onto that motorcycle, before they let their friends get into that car or ride on the back of that motorcycle. And really say, if this person is potentially impaired, that maybe we should find a better way for them to get home, a safer way for them to get home, and have somebody else drive. Perhaps get a car service to bring them home safely. And I really think if they pause before they decide, oh, we can do this or I can do this, that they give it a second thought. Their friends, their family, and other people are watching out for them. When you think about this terrible pandemic that we've been through over the last, so long a period of time, it's really critical that we realize that we get through this because we're watching out for each other. This, social distancing, wearing masks, washing hands is what protects us. Well, in the very same vein, when you think about it, we're protecting each other, and we need to keep an eye on each other and keep others safe. And that's how we'll get through this.
Just another way of keeping an eye on each other. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. And you have a very safe, happy, and healthy Memorial Day weekend yourself.
Well, thank you very much. And the same to you.